Have you ever wondered what a modern craftsman really looks like? I mean, they're not always working with wood or metal. Today, a lot of them work with pixels and code, building the digital world we all live and breathe in. So today, we're going to break down the anatomy of one of these creators, the modern web developer.
Yeah, forget the image of sawdust and hammers. The workshop of today, it's a screen. On one side, you've got the visual architecture, the design tools where everything looks beautiful and feels right. And on the other, you have the raw logic of code. That's the engine that actually makes it all work. It's this incredible dance between art and pure science.
So that brings up a good question. Beyond all the code and the slick designs, what's the actual service here? What are they really building for people?
And there you have it. This quote, which is straight from a developer's own website, just nails it. It's not about building web pages. It's about taking someone's vision, their dream, and turning it into something real, something you can click on and interact with.
Okay, so to really get this, we have to understand the person behind the screen. We're going to look at a real-world example using a developer's own resume as our guide to see exactly what's in their toolkit. So let's meet the architect.
So here's our guy, Javed Shahmuradov. His resume summary gives us the perfect snapshot. He's a WordPress specialist, and he's been doing this for years, building responsive sites. And that just means websites that look amazing no matter what you're using. Your phone, a tablet, a giant desktop monitor, you name it.
All right, let's dig into his skills here. This chart from his resume is super interesting. Of course, you see the high-tech ratings for WordPress and WooCommerce. That makes sense. But check this out. His self-rated skill in English is 94%, and web content creation and design tools are right up there too. This tells you he's not just a coder. He's a communicator, a creator, the whole package.
But skills are only one piece of the puzzle. How do you actually use them? Well, his resume lays out his whole process. And look where it starts and ends, with the client. It kicks off with a discussion, goes through all the design and technical stuff, and wraps up with actually training the client. It's a full journey.
So, having a killer set of skills is the foundation. But the next, and maybe hardest step, is turning that expertise into an actual business. Let's see how our developer takes those personal skills and packages them into something people can buy.
And this is that crucial moment where a freelancer really becomes an entrepreneur. All those skills we just talked about, the coding, the design, the communication, they become the bedrock for a business, a brand. And in this case, that brand is called eTax.
Now, this is where you can see how a business starts to measure its success. eTax is claiming over 5 years in the game, more than 60 happy clients, and has supported over 120 clients in total. This is how that personal experience gets converted into a proven track record.
And this table, it connects the dots perfectly. You can see the direct line from his personal skill to a service you can buy. His know-how in WordPress and WooCommerce, that becomes website creation. His knack for troubleshooting problems, that's technical support. And those awesome communication skills, he's packaged them as startup mentoring. Brilliant!
And if you had any doubt that the person and the business are one and the same, here's the proof. I love this. Right on the official company website, the little live chat box doesn't say support agent. It says Javed. The architect himself is right there on the front lines.
Of course, the real proof of a business is in its portfolio. And here are just a few of the recent projects from eTax. You can see the range here, from sleek corporate sites to full-on e-commerce stores. This is the real, tangible result of all that skill and all that process.
So, okay, we've got a skilled person and we've got a business. But where does the work actually come from? Let's zoom out a bit and see how this one-man operation plugs into the massive, global freelance economy. Well, for millions of people, the answer is a digital marketplace. Platforms like Upwork are basically the modern-day town square. They act as this bridge, connecting talented people with clients from literally all over the world who need their exact skills.
And the model itself is just so simple, it's elegant. The whole marketplace is built on two sides of the same coin. If you're a client, you go there to hire people. If you're the talent, you go there to find work. It's a perfect meeting point for supply and demand.
And this is the most important part. There is a huge demand for these skills. Just in the development and tech category, you see this long list of roles that are in high demand. And hey, look, what's right there, highlighted. WordPress developers, the exact skill our guy has.
So this right here, this is the entire modern ecosystem in a nutshell. You have one person with a very specific, valuable skill. That skill is in high demand from people all over the world. and there's a digital platform that exists just to connect them as efficiently as possible.
Okay, let's tie all these pieces together. We've looked at the person, the business they built, and the platform they use. Now let's put it all together to see the complete picture of what a modern digital craftsman really is.
So here it is, the anatomy we set out to find. It's really a three-part structure. It all starts with the person and their unique skills. That person then builds a business to turn those skills into services. And finally, that business plugs into a platform to connect with a global market. Person, business, platform.
And that's really the big takeaway here. Being a successful digital creator today isn't just about being good at code or design. It's this incredible fusion of your personal skill, that entrepreneurial fire to build something for yourself, and the ability to use technology to connect with opportunities anywhere on the planet.
Which, of course, leaves us with a big question for the future. I mean, the tools are changing constantly. AI is totally rewriting the rules. So what skills, what kinds of businesses, and what new platforms will the digital craftsmen of tomorrow need? Now that is something to think about.